Right, Gary, thanks very much. Our campaign 2024 coverage continues this morning. We're joined by Congressman Rudy Yakym, who will serve a second term as Indiana's 2nd Congressional District Representative. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you. It's great to be with you.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for coming in this morning. What is your reaction to the Republicans and Donald Trump doing so well?
You know, first of all, it's an honor to have the chance to represent Indiana's 2nd District for another 2 years, to fight for Hoosiers, to hear from them and represent their voice and their values in Washington, D.C. It was a historic win last night by President Trump. I mean, clearly what is shaping up to be perhaps even a landslide victory by President Trump. I can't wait to get to work with him to do the things that we've committed to here in this district and work on the issues that are on Hoosiers' minds.
This was such a contentious race. What do you tell some of the Democrats and even some of the Republicans who had their misgivings about the former president, about their feelings this morning that they're going to be represented in Washington?
You know, I would actually echo President Trump's words last night in his victory speech. He said, look, it's time to heal. It's time to go forward. It's time to bring the nation together. And that's exactly where I'm at as well. You know, we now have to go forward and govern and work on the issues that we ran on, which is securing the border, bringing down inflation, preventing men from being in women's sports, things like that. So those are the big issues that we hear about in this district. Those are the things that we'll be working on with President Trump.
So as you start your second term, what is your top issue, your top priority?
You know, I'll give you a couple of top priorities, and these are reflective of what we hear about in the district, which is securing the southern border, lowering inflation. And we've done a lot of work here in this district fighting for veterans who earned care from serving in war, but they're maybe not always getting. And so those are really a few of the big issues that we'll be continuing to work on over the next few years.
We have seen the Senate flip control. It's going from Democrat to Republican. It's right now at about 51-52. It could grow up to 55-56. We're still waiting for the Mike Rogers race in Michigan. He right now is leading Alyssa Slotkin. So what does that mean for the Republicans and the agenda in general? You have the White House, you have the House, although there's still some question about the House, but it appears as though you'll hold the House. Now you'll have the Senate. What will those pieces of legislation that had been passed in the House that remain essentially dormant in the Senate, what happens with those pieces of legislation?
Well, hopefully what it means is that the great legislation that we've passed out of the House over the course of the last 2 years under Republican leadership, whether it is ending the war on American energy, securing the border, again, preventing men from playing in women's sports, all of those types of issues that we have passed out of the House, we send them over to the Senate, and they have done absolutely nothing with these things, not even taking them up for a debate. Hopefully, under a Republican Senate, that all ends, and we can actually get good policy through the Senate.
Do you have any concerns going into this term?
You know, my biggest concern is that people don't heed President Trump's advice, which is to come together, unify, and go forward as a country. I think if we were to heed that advice and unify and go forward, I think we'll be fine.
All right, Congressman Rudy Yakym, thanks very much. Congratulations on your win. And 2 hours of sleep.
2 hours of sleep.
You beat us this time. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm John Paul. Thanks for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.